We are back and we are live. Welcome to OG Comics Review. I'm the OG coming to you from Panama City Beach, Florida, living the bling shirt life today. No three stripe life today. Guys, gals, friends, foes, and hoes. Today we're going to go over pulls for 510, an eBay buy, and some variant covers. Starting off, we have Darth Vader. Darth Vader 34. I've loved this. I love Darth Vader. I've always been in awe of Darth Vader. Darth Vader is a perfect villain. So unlike any villain that we have out there, because there is a feel of empathy towards Darth Vader. He was manipulated by love. It's the perfect villain, though he is vicious. And he gives that air of just killing you at any moment. Sheer terror. Great villain. We also have a variant cover for that Darth Vader issue, and it is gorgeous. Let me see if I can get this light glare out of here. There he is with the, well, I don't want to call it Kirby Crackle, because you only got one guy that could do Kirby Crackle. But it's great. I enjoy it. X-Men Red. Story continues to be great. It is pretty much a Storm Aurora book. She was confronted with Charles Xavier. He tried to read her mind. She told him no. And he said, I can simply extract it. Well, you can't. And this looked like another, rah, girl power comic book, but it wasn't. All the X-Men were taught to do this trick, to somehow be able to put up a barrier against Charles Xavier in case he did go bad and try to take over them. So they've all been taught how to do this. Wolverine is still going after Dark Beast. This is not Dark Beast, but it is a very ruthless beast. Excuse me. This was the end here of Junkyard Joe. We got a cover here with Muddy. That's the gentleman that served with G.I. Joe during Vietnam, and you see he's older and grayed out now, but he's protecting Junkyard Joe. This was the last issue, and I gotta say it did end well, but there's a possibility that it is not the end. Variant cover of Junkyard Joe running through the Vietnam jungles. Final variant of Muddy working over his God, I hate that glare. He does a cartoon of Junkyard Joe. I gotta have a little bit more light on me. Here we have Iron Man. What I don't like about this, Invincible Iron Man, this has been on fire. This has been fantastic. This little confrontation between Tony Stark and Fai Long. Fai Long has basically taken over. Who hasn't? Tony Stark took his eyes off the prize, lost Stark. It's either Stark Unlimited or Stark Industries. I don't know at this time, but Tony Stark basically went broke, lost the company trying to buy Stark Tech back from any bad guy out there. This is not the first time, but the second time he's actually done this. But this time he went broke and Fai Long bought Stark Industries. He owns that armor, everything. And what he's done is he's created, with Stark technology, he's created his own brand of Sentinels, mutant hunting Sentinels. It's going to be interesting. But this issue here, my problem is, this is just, hey, let's go back in time when I wore this armor and I was in the West Coast Avengers. It's a filler issue. That's all it is. It means that the artist or the writer could not meet the deadline, so they came up with a BS story filler issue. Back in the day and this day today, I hate that crap. Let's get into some eBay buys. We have the Phantom Stranger. This is from 1970, and what caught my eye about it was the artwork is by Neil Adams. Great artwork. What I call back in the day mature artwork. Here we have another Hitler cover. This is Eagle Comics. Eagle Comics 2000 AD featuring Judge Dredd. And here we have Hitler. This comes from 1985. I'm not even familiar with Eagle Comics. And I was full into collecting in 1985. Here we have DC's The Unknown Soldier. This is Joe Kubert. Beautiful Joe Kubert art. And we have Hitler. This is from 1978. When it comes to DC and their whole army comic books, Sergeant Rock, the Unknown Soldier, the Haunted Tank, Joe Kubert comes to mind. Here we have Weird, War Tales, and another Kubert cover, another Hitler cover. Here we have the great John Byrne, Fantastic Four. This is from 1986. John Byrne. And he is going to put his little touch on Adolf Hitler. Here you have Nick Fury, which fought against Hitler in World War II. And he wants to kill Hitler. And of course, Fantastic Four is pretty much saying, you know, you can't do that. It will send a ripple effect through time, affecting multiple things. One of the guys that I purchased this comic book through in at G.I. Joe. I'll have to check it out. This is one of my buys. A variant cover of The Great Juggernaut by Miguel Mercado. This is fantastic. My only regret is I wish his head was completed. But that's what it's supposed to show off. The actual size of the Juggernaut. Great cover. I had to have it. Okay. Got a question from Tucson, Arizona, no doubt. My thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I have seen it 2 times. I loved that movie. This is James Gunn's exit, unfortunately, and a lot of those actors. Dave Bautista wants to do other things. Now I hear Zoe Saldana wants to do other things. She will always forever be Lieutenant Uhura to me. But there's talk that she wants to be Wonder Woman. Interesting. James Gunn is going to do some great things for DC. I wish nothing but success for him. I do get a little tired of seeing him sometime, hearing about him sometimes, how he's just going to wreck the MCU and Kevin Feige. We'll see. They're going to have to raise their game now because they've been left with a fantastic Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It may fall short. Most people thought it would be able to make about $800 million. It may. This is like week 3, and I believe it's at $540. We'll see. I mean, that's still a hit movie, but you know, they're chasing numbers. That's what they're doing. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Short One. We're going to bring this one to an end. Make sure you visit your local comic shop. Dig into those long boxes. Share with the OG your finds. We'll talk about them. Send them to me by email, messenger, text me. We'll bring them up. We'll talk about them. We will see you all on the flip side. Please make sure that you subscribe and slap the ass on that like button. It puts me in the algorithm. I can reach more people. It would be great. I'm still having problems. I do get comments from you. I do read them. I try to give you a like. I'm able to like it. I try to leave a response and it disappears. Mysteries here. Mysteries. Anyway, we are going to step into the AM. We will see you on the flip side. We are out.